keto cinnamon cake. The recipe for this is below in the comments section. First of all, we're going to mix up our dry ingredients. Got some almond flour, coconut flour, got some allulose, half cup of allulose, some kosher salt, some baking powder. I'm just going to mix that up. Now for the wet ingredients, I've got a couple of eggs, sour cream or full fat yogurt, and I've got organic coconut oil. I've just warmed it up. If it's solidified, then just warm it up a little bit. So in that goes a teaspoon of vanilla. Let me just check my temperature here. Yep, 350 degrees. So I'll just mix this up. And I'm going to add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Instead of using a whisk, I'm just going to use a beater. This is keto cinnamon cake, but I'm going to put an option in here for you. This is chayote, and chayote only has 6 net carbs in a cup. And it's a lot like apple. It's got the texture of apple, and what I've done here is I've peeled it, and I've cut it into little cubes about 1/4 inch. Tastes just like apple. I put the little cubes into a pot, and I put some erythritol in, and I put some cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and I cooked it for probably about 20 minutes to half an hour, and then I drained it. So that option is going in right now. I've got a 9x9 pan, and I greased it with some butter in my finger. You can use a fancy spray if you like. So I'm going to pour this in, smooth it out a little bit. There you go. Set that off to the side. Now we're going to make the filling. I can use the same bowl actually. For the filling, I've got some butter. It's melted. Some Swerve brown. That's really good stuff. A little bit of almond flour. And a tablespoon of cinnamon. I'm just going to mix that up. Pour it on top. Take a knife, kind of swirl it in. We don't want to overmix everything here. Just kind of cut it in, swirl it in like that. There you go. Okay, this is at 350 degrees. I've got heat on this side, and nothing in the center where this is going to go. I'm going to get 35 to 40 minutes. So I'll put that in. Our apple cinnamon cake is perfect right now. I went for 40 minutes, 45 minutes because it's kind of cool here and I had the wind blowing through. I pulled the cake out and I let it sit to cool down for about probably 45 minutes to an hour. So there it is. That looks fantastic. Look. Now for the icing. I've got, I have a bowl. I've got some cream cheese and room temperature. I've got some allulose or erythritol. In that goes. I've got some real heavy cream. I'm just going to whip this up. There we go, that's nicely blended. Now, what I'd like to do is just take this and pour it on the top, this icing. Very decadent. It's like the honey bun cake, where you simply just take your knife and just poke some holes through that crispy crust on the top. It's all caramelized. That's just going to seep in. I'm going to let that sit for probably another half hour. There you go, there's keto cinnamon cake with a chayote twist, if you like. Thanks for watching.